Dear Mom, You Are Ruining My Life by Jean Van Leewen. Chapter 2. Read by Н.Бизова, Троєщина Gymnasium, Kyiv, Ukraine, 2021. Chapter 2, Part 3. Be ready to answer the questions after listening. What are Sam's thoughts about as the other kids arrive? What are Bonnie and Betsy wearing? What are their makeup bags for? Are Sam's teachers mean? Why do you think so? Sam looked over the other kids as they arrived. Jimmy Humphrey was bigger than ever, she was glad to see. He was built like a melon. She and he might be tied for tallest sixth grader, but he was definitely the biggest. Sam checked all the girls for shoulder straps, but she couldn't detect any. Thank goodness her bra was safely at home in her bottom drawer. Droopy white socks were definitely in style, so were funky dogs. Sarah Hescheiser had them naturally. She did everything Rebecca did, and Heather Horowitz and her friend Meredith and Susie Lynn, it was beginning to look as if Sam and Katie were the only girls without a dog embroidered on their back pockets. Bodie Carpenter and Betsy Stearns hadn't come in yet. They were the ones Sam was waiting for. They had been the first girls to get their ears pierced back in fourth grade. They'd also been the first to wear purple nail polish in fifth grade. Whatever you were supposed to be wearing in sixth grade, Bonnie and Betsy would be wearing it. Everyone was seated, and Mrs. Pinckney was about to close the door when they dashed in giggling. Will you two ladies find seats so we can begin? The teacher's voice was stern. Bonnie and Betsy stopped giggling and sat down. Sam glanced over at them. They were dressed exactly alike. The Bobbsey twins, Sam always called them to herself. They didn't look alike. Bonnie had long dark hair and Betsy was blonde, but everything else about them was the same. Surprisingly, they were not wearing funky dogs, but a different kind of jeans. These jeans were even more worn out looking, and instead of faded blue, they were faded gray. Sam had seen them on TV too. They were called ash cans. With them, Bonnie and Betsy wore sweatshirts with the sleeves cut off, droopy white socks, and dangling heart-shaped earrings. And they both were carrying makeup bags. Oh no, not makeup too. Sam couldn't stand it. Her mother wouldn't let her wear makeup until she graduated from high school. Suddenly, Sam felt like crawling under her desk. Everything she was wearing was wrong. Boring irregular jeans, an uncut up shirt, no earrings, no makeup bag, no makeup. And worst of all, hot pink socks. She could raise her hand and ask to go to the girls' room. She'd take off the socks and throw them in the trash basket. No socks would be better than awful hot pink ones. Sam stole another look at Bonnie. She was taking a pencil out of her makeup bag. Not an eyebrow pencil, a regular yellow one. That was strange. Then, all at once, Sam understood. Makeup bags were what sixth graders were going to be carrying their pencils in this year. While she was in the girls' room, she'd get rid of her babyish rabbit pencil case too. Sam started to raise her hand, but then she noticed that Mrs. Pinckney was talking. I suspect you are all wondering what sixth grade will be like, she said in a soft, serious voice. Well, it's going to be different. Sam listened as she explained about changing rooms for math and science and having a study hall at the end of the day, and what they would be learning in English and social studies. Switching classrooms seemed confusing and the work sounds hard, but Mrs. Pinckney made it sound as if they could handle it, and she actually smiled. Sam didn't think she was mean at all. Mr. Butcher, the math teacher, didn't seem mean either. He was strict about kids talking, and he was very serious about math. But Sam didn't mind. Math was one of her best subjects. So be ready to answer the questions. What are Sam's thoughts about as the other kids arrive? What are Bonnie and Betsy wearing? What are their makeup bags for? Are Sam's teachers mean? Why do you think so?